Colin Cowherd. Colin, what's on the show today?
I make a Super Bowl prediction every year. I've never felt more strongly about my prediction than this year. I'll have that, plus why I've been watching documentaries this week about Brady and Belichick. Now I've figured out why it works. That's coming up.
Thanks, Colin. Time for our final topic of the day. The Patriots came back from a 28-3 deficit in last year's Super Bowl. So it was no coincidence that their championship rings have 283 diamonds. Falcons owner Arthur Blank told the New York Times that, quote, pissed him off. Shannon, should he be upset about this?
No, he should be peed off against his own team. Because if they had done what they're supposed to, they could have had a diamond ring with two.
You wouldn't have gotten shamed on Undisputed the next day, right?
I didn't get shamed.
Yeah,
I did pick the Falcons.
Yeah, you
but
did.
that was my neighbor. Now, how was I going to pick against my neighbor and go back to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Skip, he shouldn't be mad. You don't want someone to celebrate. You don't want someone to have something to say after they beat you or have confetti or have a parade. Win the game. Why are you worried about what they rings? If they'd just had one diamond, if they'd had 5,000 diamonds, that shouldn't concern you. To the victor goes the spoils.
I got that. But having picked the Patriots before the season to win the Super Bowl, I'm still a little concerned about Patriot arrogance because the 283 is pretty out there.
No,
it
wasn't out there, Skip. They had already won.
Well, I know.
I can see if they got rings this year made with 290 diamonds.
Well, the way they're going right now, they've already made their rings for this Super Bowl.
Well, no,
right?
Brady's working on that documentary. It's supposed to be like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
It's about to be 8.
Really?
Yeah. You know how he got. You got to tell you.
Post-game.
Yeah, you got to tell you how great he was in the game.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't announce when the final episode is airing, so they are going to
so they're going to cut and
some
paste
footage in there.
Yeah. That's a nice looking ring. I mean,
although Alshon Jeffrey says it's not going to happen, so.
Nope.
I get it, Mr. Blank, but you can't be mad at them.
One last chance. You can pick Philadelphia.
I can't do it.
Why not? Have some guts.
What Mike Mars just echoed everything I said about Gronk
That's
coming back.
it for us. We'll be back Monday at 9:30 Eastern. Right now, Colin Cowherd tells you why Bill Belichick is proving attention to detail is everything. The Herd starts now.
Minnesota, here I come.
Undisputed. This is The Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, live in Los Angeles, iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, and FS1. Christine Leahy is joining me. We are now 48 hours out. It's the Friday show from Super Bowl 52. Wearing a blue shirt, almost
is that for the Patriots?
Matches the Patriots.
That was on purpose. That's who you're picking.
I am going to give my Super Bowl pick in 1 hour, and in my years of doing this, I have never felt more certain about my pick. Made my calls last night to the Vegas guys, and ready to go in 1 hour from now. Drew Brees will stop by this hour. It is great to have you in on a Friday. I remember reading a story one time, and it was a couple years ago, and it was talking about marriages, and it said, opposites may attract, but they don't last. Is that there's the old saying, opposites attract. But you have to have fundamental values and personality traits that match, or you will not last as a couple. And that could be a married couple, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be boss, coworker, manager, salesman. That opposites do attract. You know, the buttoned-up guy sees the rock star girl, or the very conservative girl sees the biker guy. You can be attracted to that. But if you don't have fundamental similarities in values, belief systems, and intensity, you won't last. You'll be attracted, but over time, the relationship will get worse. So this week, I have been watching 2 documentaries. Tom versus Time. Tom Brady lets us in, 6-part series to his life. And last night I watched the 2 Bills, Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick, arguably 2 best football coaches of my life, probably. And as I'm watching them, oh my God, this is why this relationship has worked 18 years. Opposites may attract, they don't last. This puppy is lasting. Shaq was a big personality. Kobe was aloof and an introvert. Introverted, academic. Paul McCarthy, big personality. Social, didn't last. When you look at Brady and Belichick's documentaries, it's the same thing. An obsessive intensity. They care about very few things, but go a mile deep, and they both have obsessive academic DNA. They are curious people who want to get smarter. I'm going to show you a clip of both documentaries. It is the same guy. Roll the tape.
Bill is quite cerebral, and he pays close attention to detail all the time, and I admire that in him. He has the wherewithal to maintain concentration for a long period of time.
I was a detailed person, and I think that's one of the things that made us work so well together. Bill saw the big picture in great clarity. I could dig in the details for a long time.
When you've been doing something so long, you just don't see like tape, you see the depth of everything. How do you know when the guy's gonna blitz? You know, you kind of look at the shape of the defense. You know, a guy just may have a little tell, like a poker player. I watch tape all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Then Saturday before the game, I watch film. And then Sunday morning, I watch film. I don't know why I can sit here and watch it and, you know, process information quickly, but I can. I mean, I could literally, like, just watch film all day.
That's the secret sauce. We're trying so hard to decipher who deserves more credit. Belichick has won these Super Bowls by field goals. He wouldn't win them without Tom. And Tom wouldn't get to him without Bill. As I watched the two Bills last night, and I watched Tom versus Time earlier yesterday, I'm watching the same documentary. A great marriage has to have certain absolute moral value and belief system and personality traits. That's why Big Ben and Tomlin worked initially. It's getting worse over time. That's why Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers worked initially. It's not working as well today. They're not a perfect fit. You know, it's always been true that intense guy wears out laid-back guy, and laid-back guy frustrates intense guy. The key to this relationship isn't their success. It's that unlike other quarterback coaching relationships, hell, it's better today than it's ever been. Because we've been watching not two documentaries this week, but one. And I want to segue from that to the story about Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Did you see the story? Aaron Rodgers, in his best condescending, passive-aggressive personality, ripped his head coach Mike McCarthy without mentioning his name because McCarthy got rid of his quarterback coach, McCarthy, excuse me. Let's roll the tape.
My quarterback coach didn't get retained. I thought that was an interesting change, really without consulting me. There's a close connection between quarterback and quarterback coach, and that was an interesting decision.
So why was this good initially, and why is Rodgers now taking another shot at him? Because they're not a perfect fit. McCarthy's heavy set. He looks like a veteran Chicago cop. He's from blue-collar, rugged Pittsburgh. Baker University, you've never heard of it. He played a blocking tight end. His dad was a firefighter. He's a no BS, bottom line, blunt to a fault guy. Aaron Rodgers is tall, slender, handsome, dates celebrities from California. Went to an academic power Cal. He's got a passive-aggressive personality, sometimes bordering on aloof. His dad was a doctor and his brother is a celebrity. I saw a tweet yesterday by somebody who covers the Green Bay Packers. His name is Aaron Nagler. He said the unfortunate part of Rodgers-McCarthy dynamic over the years is McCarthy has always refused to say anything negative about his quarterback in public, and yes, he's had plenty of legit opportunities, and Aaron never misses a chance at a passive-aggressive shot. Brady and Belichick are the Legos that perfectly fit, and the relationship gets better and smoother over time. It really does. Aaron Rodgers and his coach are a flathead screwdriver and a Phillips screw. You can turn it, kind of, sort of, but it's not ideal, and over time, it's frustrating and tears the thread. Bill and Tom, academic, a mile deep, incredibly authentic to who they are, with an obsessive nature. It's not just their success, is that it's literally they're better together today than 5 years ago. I mean, honestly, when's the last time Brady and Belichick in unison weren't brilliant in a fourth quarter of a game that mattered? I mean, it's incredible. Pittsburgh this year, Jacksonville this year, Atlanta last year, the Seattle Super Bowl. In the most crucial part of the game, Brady and Belichick, their intensity, a mile deep, their obsessive nature, it is better today than it was 10 years ago. McCarthy and Rodgers could be equally talented. Some would say more. But it is not a perfect personality fit. All right, it's great to have you in today. We have a lot of stuff. It's amazing the power of a headline. I was watching a lot of football last night and a lot of football stuff. I did not see the Oklahoma City game with Denver. The headlines told me that Russell Westbrook was wildly inappropriate last night and attacked a fan. That's what the headline told me when I came in to work this morning. And it shows you why the media has to have a responsibility to sit down, watch video, watch moments, and do fair-minded headlines. Because headlines have power. These days, increasingly, people don't read stories, they just scan headlines. And there was a headline last night that really called out Westbrook, and I'll have my thoughts on that coming up. Plus, Eli Manning is joining us next. Picking a rose for your Valentines? I have memorized the date for this special holiday. It is February 14th. It is in a couple of Wednesdays. Picking a rose for a Valentine would be romantic. Picking a wedgie at a fancy restaurant would not be, and that's why you need Tommy John underwear. Is there a better way to show somebody how much you care than by replacing those old wedgie-inducing multiple-pack boxers? How about functionality? You're more comfortable, you're in a better mood, and they've got more than just incredible underwear. Soft as silk, second skin T-shirts, never shrink, no bacon neck. I've had mine now for over 3 years. I got about a dozen of these shirts and never shrink. As comfortable as today as when I got them. Limited Valentine's Day gift sets are available. Right now, TommyJohn.com, 20% off. TommyJohn.com if you order with the code HERD, H-E-R-D. TommyJohn.com, code H-E-R-D.
In the history of people being asked how they like their ex,